Hi, I'm Roger Charles. I'm the MD here at British Beds Worldwide, and we have long been friends with Hypnos and selling Hypnos beds all around the world into countries where you cannot buy them locally. Now, Hypnos have devised in the last 2 or 3 years a new spring system that is very, very effective, and it's called the Intelligent UltraSense Spring System, a trademark system that incorporates unique features into its design. These features mean that with a Hypnos bed that includes the UltraSense system, you will never know how many springs there are in the mattress. What's the reason for that? Well, over the years, the spring count dilemma has become quite a hot subject. There are manufacturers who have cut the springs into 3, effectively tripling the number of springs in the mattress, but you've still got exactly the same length of wire, exactly the same number of springs that were there originally, and just divided into 3. And this spring count argument has become such that Hypnos looked for a way to find a genuine solution to the problem, because it's not the number of springs, it's the kind of springs that can be important in the makeup of your mattress. And so these springs, the UltraSense springs, are longer than normal, and they have 3 zones to them. So I can show you one here that I have now to show you. I have a couple here to show you. And you'll see how the spring is more closely coiled at the ends. And so I can squeeze that very simply between my finger and thumb. Hardly any resistance. In the middle of the spring, the coils are further apart and the spring is much more resistant. So now if we put gentle pressure on the spring at top and bottom, this is, imagine a part of your body now pressing down on this spring, you'll see that the ends of the springs compress first, and then eventually the center of the spring where the coils are further apart, and the resistance is greater. So if we multiply that then by hundreds of springs, you'll see how your body will gradually sink into the springs until the springs are balancing out the weight of your body. So you get the compression is faster at the top and bottom when you're first lying on the spring, and then the resistance kicks in, and you end up with a beautiful floating sensation, what we call equilibrium, where the resistance of the spring is exactly equal to the weight of the body that's lying on the spring. Another thing that is done with the springs is the thickness of the steel. And that's where we get soft, like this, thinner wire, or medium, thicker wire, or firm, which I don't have here and is absent today, probably on a diet. So you have the thickness of the springs, you also have the number of coils or turns in the spring, and in the most resilient and supportive and comforting of the UltraSense springs, there are 17 turns, all the way down to about 10 turns. In the Hypnos Regency Clarence Supreme, for example, the bed that I'm sitting on at the moment, there are 17 turns. And the 17 turns in the spring means that each little tiny section and turn of the spring is doing less work than, say, one with 11 or 12 turns in it. The wire is longer. It may be just as thick, depending on whether you have soft, medium, or firm tension spring. But basically, the idea, as I say, is to give you a smooth and a seamless feel to the springs, but also being genuine when it comes to the number of springs that are in the bed. As I say, Hypnos have decided, quite wisely, that it's not the number of springs in their bed that count, in their mattresses that count, it's the number of turns, the quality of the steel, and the spring system itself. I hope that's been helpful to you. Thanks for watching. Hi, I'm Roger Charles. I'm the MD here at British Beds Worldwide, and we have long been friends with Hypnos and selling Hypnos beds all around the world into countries where you cannot buy them locally.